What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Cam ATL, and man, the night has been so good until a minute ago when I recorded almost this whole video and then lost it. So now I'm redoing it right now. This is my second take, but it'll be just as exciting. So I cleared 300 on two lineups tonight. Another lineup with 280, even with Ish and Lopez in it. It was a hot night for me, man. Profitable night. Everybody who got the lineup variations from me did very well. Shout out to you guys. We are going back to back tonight. Like the video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going for 2,000 subs. Let's go. Everybody spam the comment section with back to back, because that is the goal. Back to back 300. Let's get it. Straight into the high five, because my phone's probably going to die shortly. I'm going to go through them very quickly, and I'm going to explain why. John Wall at Cleveland. He did not play many minutes last night. Let me just tell you guys, the Wizards starters didn't play enough minutes last night for it to bother anything. Okay, so don't even act like they played last night. They're traveling to Cleveland in what should be a good game here at Cleveland against Washington. This is like a playoff type game right here. All right, the Wizards clinched their spot already. This is a playoff type game right here. Wizards versus Cleveland. I want exposure to the Wizards Cleveland game and the Portland Minnesota game. Those are the two games I care to get involved with. The other ones I'm not too excited about. I'll be honest with you. Washington Cleveland and Portland Minnesota. Get some exposure, guys. Now, staying with that game, I'm going to go right to his right-hand man, Bradley Beal. Both of these guards are going to excel very well against Cleveland, man, because that's where they struggle. They struggle against guards. This is the perfect situation for Beal and Wall to take this game over and have amazing games. Both of these guys both have got to be in the high five. Now at the center position, my boy Nurkic. Sorry, I almost called him Norkic. My boy Nurkic. At home in Portland against a Minnesota team that just, even with the names of Dang and Towns, they just have not been stopping centers down low. And Nurkic is one of those centers that can get assists, rebounds, and points. He's like a Jokic. He's like a poor man's Jokic. And the guy has shown that he can block shots like Shaquille O'Neal in his prime. This dude's a shot blocker. All right? Nurkic at home in Portland, he's going to play very good against Towns. And dang, I have no worry about it. At home in Portland in a game that I love getting involved in, I love Nurkic. Now at the power forward position, I really love Kevin Love, guys. Okay? Here's the thing. He's not in the high five just solely on the fact that I know he's not getting more than 25 minutes. Here's the thing. I think he could get 40 Draftkings points even with the minimum the minutes. Here's the problem, though. I'm not going to encourage you guys to play him. Now, obviously, put Love in a few tournament lineups, okay? But I'm not going to put him in the high five because he's limited by minutes, okay? And his minutes could keep him at 25 fantasy points, okay? But with this matchup being such a good matchup, even with Love limited to about 25 minutes, he still should have a very good outing. But I'm not going to encourage you guys to play somebody who's on a minute restriction. But I really like him, and you should put him in a few, but I'm not putting him in the high five, all right? I love Dirk Nowitzki at a price of $6,000. At home in Dallas against Toronto. Toronto is very good at guarding the perimeter. They are not as good down low. Nobody can block. I mean, Serge Ibaka is a good defender, but nobody can block Dirk Nowitzki's shot. Dirk is lethal. With Dallas still in the running for a playoff spot, they're playing their hearts out. They're not going to be resting anybody, nothing like that. Dirk Nowitzki is going to still be needed in full effect, and he plays much better at home in Dallas. It's going to be a great game for Dirk Nowitzki, and hopefully his percentage owned is low. At shooting guard, C.J. McCollum. I love C.J. McCollum at home in Portland. He's at a few down games. And like I said, guys, you really want to target star players who have had a few down games because they're liable to bounce back. Okay, I expect this home game here against Minnesota with Shabazz Muhammad and Rush with the job on defending him. I don't think either of those guys are going to be able to hold him at all. I love C.J. McCollum in this game at home in Portland against a Minnesota team that just has nobody who can stop him. All right? I absolutely love it. Now, let's cover the bargain bin before my phone dies. Now, at the point guard position, some cheap options that we have at the point guard position. Obviously, you guys know my feelings on J.J. Barea at 4,200. This guy is a firecracker. All right, he can really come in the game and pour on points in the quickness. He's getting his minutes back together. I love J.J. Barea at only 4,200. I do not like Tony Parker because I believe this is more of a Patty Mills type game. I don't think they play Tony Parker much against New York here. New York has nothing to play for. San Antonio is going to destroy them if they even play their starters. San Antonio might even rest a lot of their starters here. So I love Patty Mills at 3,900. I'm predicting Mills gets some good minutes here against New York, and it should be a good outing for him. Ron Baker could see some extra run, too, in this type of situation. Since New York's season's over, start expecting a lot more Ron Baker, some Chason Randall, stuff like that. Now, at the shooting guard position, I love Shabazz Muhammad at 4,800. I absolutely love Shabazz. I really like Ginobili at New York, but who knows how many minutes he's going to play. And that's about it at the shooting guard position. You don't have much value other than the players on New York, the bench guys on New York, that are going to get more run because the season's coming to an end and they're trying to limit their stars as much as possible and play their younger guys. Now, let's go ahead and touch on some cheap centers, and then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and wish everybody some luck, man. All right, Mahimi had a great game last night. I even considered playing Mahimi as a very value play, thinking Washington wasn't going to play Gortat much, and I was right, and it would have been a fantastic play, but who cares? I can't complain. I profited. Over 300, finally hit my 300. It happened. I knew it was coming. Vonleh has been getting good minutes for Portland. I really like him at 4,100 against Minnesota. It's really going to be good for him. Sorry, guys. I still got my cough and shit going on. So, but that's about it. Value-wise, guys. I mean, you're really going to have to take a few shots in this slate, guys. You're going to have to take a few shots. I really love Shabazz Muhammad as a cheap guy to plug in there. And then plug in some guys, on, like I said, on this New York team on the bench, like Ron Baker, Kuzmungus. Guys like that are going to be cheap options that are starting to get more run now because the younger players are going to see more court time. All right? Good luck, everybody. Like the video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Remember to spam up in the comment section back to back because that is what we're about. That's what we're doing. We're going back-to-back 300 2 nights in a row. Let's get it. I'm out.